was very fortunate. Was raised in Vietnam with a great family, with a great. My uncle was a senator, so we had the president come to our house. We had elaborate, farmland and building, and you think of living the lifestyle, of the rich and famous. So that's what we were. All of it, believe it or not, ended when the war came in. My grandfather got blown up by a mine while working in the field. My uncle, when the communists took over, they took him to jail, so he eventually died in jail. And then we had, countless stories of sister trying to escape from Vietnam, coming over here, died at sea. My father also died as well. And my mom remarried to an American GI, basically, and he was working in Vietnam. Had great opportunity, met my mom, and then had a lot of brother, sister that are half Vietnamese and half American. Because of that, I had the opportunity at age 11 to come over to the United States. So I basically was very lucky to come over 7 months before the war literally ended in 1975. And for those that stayed behind weren't so lucky. They had to go through a lot of crisis, a lot of tribulation going through to come to the United States. And I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about it, because having an opportunity to be here, even at that time, you came over, you've lost everything. I mean, you literally lost your whole life, in Vietnam. I used to have a chauffeur driving me, went to a private school, had, all these glamorous kind of things. And then here I am coming over here, 6 brother and sister. My mom worked very, very hard as a single mom to try to raise 6 kids. So at the age 11, I had to take on the responsibility of taking care of all the kids, the 6 kids, feeding them, cooking, and doing the whole thing, and living in a cramped, small place. And it was just, at one point I was so sad, I was so sad, and I was like, I don't want to leave the United States. I want to go home, because, in the United States, I feel like I was a maid. I feel like I'm doing this. I have nothing, and it was just, kind of different. I didn't speak the language, I don't know, you just feel out of place, like fish out of water, But then, life taught you, real good lesson that you better catch on. If not, you fall behind, you learn to adapt. It was interesting because when I came over, I became very competitive at a very, very early age. By the time I was age 14, 15, I saw sport, started playing really heavy into sport, like softball, basketball, soccer, you name it. And then I took the test to become a referee. Next thing you know, there was 70 boys, all boys running for referee. There were no girls. Not only that, I was in the Asian one, and you had to take an exam. But guess what? I passed the exam with the high score. They selected me, became the coordinator. I was running both these boys. They just out of nowhere, they're like, oh my God, who's this girl? When I was little in Vietnam, I did have everything handed to me. But at the same time, there were expectations. There were expectations that you had to go to school. You had to learn to play the piano. Most people don't know. You had to do all these kind of things. And I saw my grandmother. She was really one of the ladies that instrumental really shaped who I am today. The biggest thing about her was her kindness. Every month we would go to the mountain, and because of the war, you had all these people who had broken arm and legs, and they would sit lined up at the base of the mountain, at the Buddha mountain. It was where people would go and pray. And I remember my grandmother used to cash money, like nickels. You would get a whole bunch of them, and we would go along the mountain, and we put each nickel along the side of all this. And if anything, she taught me compassionate. Learn how to help others. I had to leave because of the war. And when I did, I could not say goodbye to my grandmother. And it was really tough. From that, I learned that my grandmother taught me that no matter where you are, you start from the bottom up, and you learn how to climb from that. Because if you can do it once, you can do it over again. I think in life, all of us are giving a chance, and it's whether or not we want to get out of that. But I wish people know that they could be anything they want to be, do anything they want to do. And it does take hard work. It takes people to believe in you. It takes people on the side that are able to help you as well. You know, there's this famous quotes I love. It's by Althea Gibson, and it goes like this: I've always wanted to be somebody. If I made it, it's half because I was game enough to take a lot of punishment along the way, and half because there was a lot of people there to help me. So I believe that wholeheartedly. In business, in life, you gotta have those balance.